Namaskar and welcome to audio. Today, this video is all about depression. The word depression itself is so depressing. But today in this whole video about depression is going to be positive because we're gonna talk about what is the root cause and how it starts and ultimately what is the solution. If we don't talk about solution, it's all rubbish. It's literally rubbish to talk about depression if we don't have the solution. If we talk about why some celebrity have, committed suicide, there's no point discussing about some soul. They're gone. They left. Let's not disturb them. We'll talk about depression and we need to get into this video. And before even we get into the whole topic of depression, I would suggest if anybody is going through depression, please, if you are healthy, be available to the person if you can. I think this little you can do. Or if you are going through it, please seek a professional help. I think I am a professional. You can seek my help too. Okay. And if you don't know how to go about it, please visit the links in the description if you want to contact me, if you want to have your own yogic schedule, or you want to consult through astrology. Please feel free to contact me through the links below. You can visit my website also. Okay guys, so let's talk about it. So the depression, why it happens, why some people face the similar type of scenario and some people fail to face similar type of scenarios. Why is it so? For some, it's so easy to say, oh, it's nothing, pass it on and move on. And for some, it's like a big thing. It starts with the karmic relations. Whenever we take birth, whoever is here on this planet is not clear. He is bound or she is bound. The person, the animals, the planets, everything is bound by the karma. So when we talk about karma, to clear out our karmic debt, we take birth and finally to move towards moksha. In the process, some people they feel like, okay, it's done. They need to move on into the next cycle. When their karmic relation here dies, their whole system dies. The whole system means, let's understand this first. What is this system? This system comprises of this body, and in this body we have a mind, which is, now nobody talks about mind. Everybody has this theory, the mind, but nobody knows what mind is. Mind is collectively created by your Manipur chakra, the solar plex of your body, and your Agya chakra, your third eye. They collectively make a chit, a man, a mind. Whenever we have any disturbance here or here, the mind becomes anxious, unhealthy. And slowly, with the type of scenarios we face because of the karmic system, we decide. We decide. I'm one of it. You are one of them. We are one of this cosmos. We are one part of it. If my friend is committing suicide, then I am committing suicide at the same time. Even though I'm not leaving my body, but something dies inside me too. If you're not aware of this, if you cannot feel the same pain even for a minute, I think you need to pay more attention towards humanity. than our physical goals. So whenever humans, especially, they don't they don't have any goal, they don't have any direction, they feel like it's sorted here, it's done now, nothing can be done now, there's nothing to improve. Now when they fail to make a goal, the next day, the next moment, they fail to make the next move. So the last move is to leave the body. Yeah, it happens under the depressive state, when you intentionally leave your body. And if you don't do it, there is a systematic way in Jainism where they intentionally quit eating and slowly they leave the body. And if you become old and you become so weak that your body doesn't demand food, and slowly your body becomes weak and you leave the body. There's a process. But once you feel like you don't want to follow the process, you don't want to go up to that extent, you feel like, okay, I'll make my own process, okay, I'm gonna die, Jack. Now it's the way for them. I'm not i'm not praising it, but this is what they chose. This is what they chose. This is their selection, right? Because they were so I don't have the words to say on my channel, but somehow the world collectively made them realize that it's not worth. So they quit. They quit living in this zone. The only limitation they had was the body, so they left the body. But why it happens? Mostly, whenever we face some kind of circumstance which is beyond our capability or capacity to take control of or to manage, the mind quits. How the mind quits? You'll see why I'm talking about this and this as man, the solar plexus as well as the third eye. The mind, whenever you have something disturbing in your life, the first thing what happens is you lose your appetite. You don't feel hungry anymore. And whenever you try to eat, you feel like, okay, this much is enough. The first thing. This is the first indication. The second point is your head, your third eye. You're not focused. Or you are too focused only on one thing, the bad aspect of what has happened, not on the perspective of how to make it right, but on how it happened, why it happened, and all that negative aspect. Then slowly your breathing becomes shallow. It becomes too shallow. You cannot breathe full. Your breathing becomes too shallow. It's right here. With shallow breathing, your body's oxygen demand is not met. And when the oxygen demand is not met, slowly the lack of oxygen triggers out and your brain consumes 90% of your oxygen intake. Don't trust me? Google it. So the major oxygen is taken by the brain, and now brain is not thinking straight and you are losing your focus because your whole attention is towards what has gone wrong, not on how to make it right. Right? So slowly you take rational decisions, stupid ones. This is what we think, stupid ones. But for them, whoever, my friends who have been through it and who still are suffering, they know that there is no excuse now. They are at the verge of giving up. So if you are listening, if you are going through it, it's not you. It's not you. Okay? You have to give your 100%. Yeah. And if you are the person who is completely healthy, please stay with your friends, stay with your known ones, stay with your loved ones if you feel like, because they're going to ask a stupid question. If you have the courage to stick with them, Do we have loyalty now? Humans? Why I call every time humans? You know, we have to stick. Where are those people? Who used to stick right or wrong with their loved ones, whatever is happening, they stick till the end. I think we need to back. We need to get back to the old school. I'm an old school guy. I'm sorry if I'm disturbing you. All right. Now comes the solution part, the ultimate schedule, the ultimate practice in yoga, which can cure your depression or anybody's depression for that sake. But first, let me tell you, even mammals, even animals go for it. If your loved one, if you have a pet, a dog, if the owner dies, pet leaves the food. He can't eat. The dog can't eat, or any pet. And they slowly, sometime they decide to leave. Same with cows. Most of the mammals do it. Birds also. Okay, so it's not with us only. Even whole living creation is something like this. Okay, now comes the solution. The solution is to bring your oxygen level at high quality, at high intensity. How do you do that? So wake up early in the morning around 4 to 5 a.m. and go out where you can breathe good air. Doesn't matter, whatever is happening, just you have to push yourself. Or if you know somebody, you have to get there. You have to wake up to make your friends wake up, and make them go out in the open, fresh air. In India, we have people tree. People tree is a very is a tree which gives oxygen like 24 hours. Right? If you are in India, if you know somebody who's in India and going through depression, do one thing, or anybody for that sake. If you can go under trees early morning, wear cotton clothes and soak them. Don't soak them, just kind of splash some water over your clothes. If it's winter, then don't do it. Simply go under trees and breathe fully. If you somewhere it's summer or something other environment, please manage. Okay, this is why I say always seek advice from the professionals. Have some splash of water on your clothes, cotton clothes, and go out under trees. Take a lot of oxygen. Okay, because why I'm saying cotton clothes and splashing water over it. Once you do it, suppose you have cotton cloth over your body, you have water splashes on it, so it's wet, almost wet, but not too wet. The oxygen elements, the oxygen molecules, they stick with it. Your whole pores of the body, they breathe. So your whole body breathes, your skin breathes. You're breathing through your nostril, that's a different scenario, but your whole body breathes at that point. So your whole body becomes oxygenated. It cures depression. I've experimented on my client. Please try this. Try this and you're going to see the miracles. Okay, you're going to save some lives. Trust me. Okay. Next is in the yogic system, you can go for, I'm giving a schedule, I charge for it. I'm giving it for free. Now, morning, you go out, walk, have proper oxygen in your body. In yoga, you can go for shavasana, you can go for Brahmari Pranayam, and you can go for Kumbhak. You can also go for, it's a process, though it can become odd to discuss it here, but I'll give you an alternative. For that, I would suggest do Kurma Mudra just before going to bed and Pran Mudra the whole day. Whenever you have time, go for Pran Mudra. And whenever anybody goes through, because we all are social animals in life, things are happening, no? Even if we can take it or not. I would suggest if something that you cannot take it, go for this mudra, Gyan Mudra. Okay, this becomes the power. Okay, this increases your power, your energy, your Gyan, your calmness also. But for some it suits, for some it doesn't suit. Okay, but most of the time it suits in depression. Okay, the third thing, anything with the mind, the only one solution is meditation and yoga. Okay, though I haven't put any video on meditation, I'll soon make a course on meditation as well as on sadhanas. So stick with the channel. Okay, if you are the new viewer, please subscribe the channel so that keep a I can post new videos and you can get the updations, and hit that bell. Okay, so guys, this is kind of all about depression, but there's lot to talk. I don't know how to put that in a single video, but if you want my consultation, please feel free to contact. I have all the information down there in the description. Please feel free to contact. Till next time, save somebody.